back. I really didn't even plan. I never really plan on just popping on here and doing these lives the way I've been doing them. It's kind of, it is very random. So it is what it is. I apologize about the lighting. Um, I haven't had anybody in my lives yet. Don't expect it. I don't know. I just like coming on here and chopping it up, updating people about what I'm doing, what I got going on, pretty much why I'm here. Um, I like to talk about how the channel is going. So I've been doing this for quite a while. I like to update people on how to exercise is also working out. I'm not gonna lie, that's been a little bit slow. I know the thumbnail got me doing, some martial arts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna throw that up there real quick. I don't want to. Real quick. I do plan on doing more martial arts. This is Zuquan Drunken Boxer, or Drunken Boxing Zuquan. I used to look at this when I was a lot younger. It's pretty old. It's beat up. It's got some water damage. But I used to practice these different kung fu techniques. I mean, it's going to be hard to do kung fu from a book, but anybody can learn kung fu from a book. It's going to be me because I've been flexible and physical. I shape for quite some time. Always had quite a bit of flexibility. And I think this is going to be good exercise, especially considering how I changed up my routine. So I'm not going to Planet Fitness anymore. I'm not doing that because I watched this guy, his name is Broly Gaines. It's like, until you can do 50 push-ups, don't lift no weights. It makes sense to me, which I'm almost there anyway. So I don't see that as an impossible goal. My maximum amount of push-ups has been well up into the 40s. My maximum amount of push-ups is probably around, let's see. I haven't tried in a while. You know what? That'll be a good video since I'm talking about it. My maximum amount of push-ups. Actually push myself to limit, upload that, put it on video and see what it is. But I want to say it's around 46. I think I was fasting about a year ago. I was fasting. I noticed that my body's joint pain disappeared. Everything was a lot more lubricated, just no pain. You know how you work out, you feel pain throughout the body. What I noticed after fasting and removing all the toxicity and junk out of my system, that I could do things without all the rust. It was just like smooth transition with all the different, I don't know, it was just really smooth. So I ended up doing around 48 push-ups in a row. But yeah, it's just a real quick update, man. Another thing too, before I get jumping into talking and rambling as I normally do, I just want to appreciate everybody that's been subscribed to my channel. I'm not really getting a lot of subscribers, but the few that I do, it means that much more. Thank you for that. My channel is actually growing. It's not growing that fast, but it's definitely growing. I'm probably getting about one new subscriber every week or two, which is good. And I assume that it's probably, as long as I keep posting videos, or until I make a breakthrough and post really good information or whatever, it'll probably grow a little bit faster. But I got a feeling that about one subscriber a week or two, or at least one subscriber every month, that's not bad, as long as I keep posting. So thank you everybody for subscribing. I'm surprised my channel is really even growing at all. I mean, I have been doing it for a while. Now I'm back. I'm taking it serious. Because yeah, it's where I'm at right now, my YouTube era. But yeah, I will be getting into this book. I don't know how many, hopefully I don't have any pages missing, but I might definitely get into this book, do some training, train myself. Zuquan Drunken Boxing. I might go to school for the class. I have been to martial arts class before. I probably talked about that. I took Taekwondo. I have a certification upstairs. I probably showed that on one of my lives. But, I learned Sung Mu Kwan, which is the strength of the pine tree. So I figured I'd talk about martial arts a little bit, just because I uploaded the thumbnail of me doing something. I'm thinking I'm with a new shot. I got so many shots, pictures of me doing different stuff with martial arts, and I just took that one. It took a while to get that uploaded, but I'm definitely updating my channel. Oh, and I don't want to bore people too much about this. This is really not what I'm here for. I'm here to let people know what's going on. I really wanted to talk about Japanese. Like I've been studying Japanese for a while. I'm just getting back into the swing of things. Started studying Japanese when I was about 18. Yeah, I'm definitely getting back into it. I don't know at the end of the video, depending on how I'm feeling, I might go over this one. I actually have multiple lessons where I'm actually going through the lessons and talking about that. Been doing that for a while. Yeah. But yeah, I definitely wanted to talk about spirituality. I don't know, this is really can't see it, but something I kind of didn't want to lose people on the spirituality because it can get very complicated. But I see a lot of videos, and I know that stuff has a lot of interest in. When I was in my early YouTube era, when I was pretty much just watching YouTube channels, I watch mostly YouTube. That's what I do. I used to talk to a lot of big content creators for quite some time. A lot of, and I learned a lot from them. But the content I watch has changed over the course of years. Listening to different stuff, watching different people's channels. Um, but yeah, I've noticed that there is a lot of people interested in the spirituality. And like I said, I'm doing this because I have a very unique perspective on life because I don't know, I've been through a lot of different stuff. Like the stuff I've been through, I think everybody has that. You know what I mean? Like that's what I like so much about the internet. I like being able to reach out and communicate with people, across the globe. Like I used to do this back in the early day. It's like a good space for to hang out with friends, families. Back when Halo was jumping off, Halo was really the first big internet connection boom because I felt like when that Halo, I think it was about right, Halo 2. The first one, not so much. That's what got people interested. But when Halo 2 came out, it was. I remember my uncle, all of my uncles, grandma, like all of my friends, like everybody was in this massive party, and we would just play for hours. But anyway, I also used to play Final Fantasy with a Japanese guy. I used to converse, back and forth. We would use English and Japanese to communicate. So yeah, but like I said, the real reason I'm here is, what I'm saying, to update people on, what I got going on. And I know I don't want to bore too many people up. My stuff don't have a lot of views. Eventually, I believe I'm gonna get there, man. I'm not, I'm saying, I'm not really worried about that. I think I'll be all right. You know what I'm saying? I think I'll be all right. Another thing, like the main reason I decided to do this, live out of the blue was because I've been having these ideals and I like to come on here and I like to share these ideas of what I got going on. So what I wanted to really get into is spirituality because, like I said, I do believe that is a big talking point and is a interest. I don't know why this lighting is so bad, but anyway, yeah, spirituality. Like I think my unique niche on YouTube. That's really what I'm here to do. I'm really here to meditate on what it is that I have to bring to the table. I mean, yeah, I designed these little, you know what I'm saying. I made this hat. Um, it's a reason why I'm talking about all the different type of stuff that I do. It pretty much boils down to spirituality. Me being a Taurus, I'm a Taurus, and I'm here to try to elevate certain people because this information is not for everybody. I think certain information was meant for other people. You got to find information that's meant for you and use that because you can't take in all information. It's just not meant for you. Just like this coffee cup right here. You know what I'm saying? You imagine the ocean is knowledge. You can only put so much of that ocean water in this coffee cup, aka knowledge. You can only put, it's gonna break the cup. It's gonna break the cup. Or you gotta take what you can use. You can't use it all. The brain, there's no way. People know this. There's a finite amount of memory that capacity that your brain is capable of. Sure, you can increase that capacity by training it, but it's only gonna you can only be so smart, man. It was a experiment done. I wish I knew more about it, but I'm pretty sure people might know what I'm talking about. Uh, a scientist couple, they had a child and they wanted to make him as smart as possible. And they did a whole bunch of experiments. This child basically ended up killing him. He basically killed the poor guy, doing too many, trying to make him like, oh yeah, we're gonna be real smart. We're gonna do this to our son. And that dude, he died, I guess. I wish I knew more about it. I'm gonna get less lazy and start uploading links. So it's not just about me. I want to connect other people to other YouTubers that I've been watching for years. This helpful. I know a lot of different YouTubers, and people need to get out of their head. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for. Get out of your comfort zone. Get out of your mindset and grow from other people. Learn from other people, man. It's just like I said, I'm always talking about like how people don't want to really understand another person. People always want to push their narrative on you. People just stuck in their way of life. And I've been through a lot. Like the stuff I've been through with religion and just I don't know. I have had a definite unique experience in life. I came from Mississippi when I was about 14. I've been here in Northeast Ohio for the remainder of my life. I'm kind of getting bored with Northeast Ohio. I'm not gonna lie. I thought I would never say that. I thought I would be rich and famous by the time I left Northeast Ohio. Like I felt like I could just make it anywhere because it really didn't matter where I was located. Whereas other people like, oh, I'm gonna go over here, it's gonna be better. I'm gonna go over there, it's gonna be better. I feel like people get caught up with who they hang out with, whereas I only hung out with one person. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So I never got caught up in any type of drama. People be like, oh, such and such saying this or such and such saying that. I'm like, I don't know. Just don't come over here rocking my boat. It's gonna be problems. You know what I'm saying? That's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I know I'm doing a lot of rambling. I didn't drink this coffee. But like I said, I got my videos are all over the place. I do martial arts. I build things. And I don't know. It's like the real tea. Like I said, I'm not gonna avoid that. The real reason I'm here. I love working my ass off. I love busting my butt, but it's just never. It's never truly going to be appreciated unless I'm in a position that I need to be in. I believe that a lot of my employers will be like, yeah, you too good for us. We got to let you go. You're not finna stay here. You got a dang, certification or degree in computer science, yada yada yada. Yada. You're a morning time jogger type of guy. This place is dirty. It's grimy. You're gonna want more pay. We see here that you used to be a supervisor, so they're like, man, this guy. Nah, but they don't know I'm a grindy dude. A lot of the jobs I work have been very dirty, uh, very grindy, super grindy. A lot of the jobs I get, nobody else wants. People talk smack about that, but they don't know. Like, it's real ugly. Some of the jobs that I work, and some of them ain't that bad. It really. This is how I feel about work. Like, as long as I'm at that job and I'm surrounded by people who can make the job fun, then I'm cool. As long as they know what they're doing, they enjoy their work, then I'm gonna enjoy their work. Like I can give you an example. I remember going, like I was doing mason work one time. I was pretty much, the grunt. I just stack all bricks all day long, which was easy for me. I'm a physically, athletic dude. And no problem. I had to move the bricks all day. It was pretty big bricks. Couple, probably about 5, 6, 7, 8 barrels of brick. I mean, eventually I got a little bit of help because they were busy, doing other stuff. And he did get me off the bricks for a little bit, and I could get to do a little bit of carpentry work or drilling some holes and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, very very grindy. But almost forgot. So this is what happened. So I show up to work one day. Start raining. And I'm like, oh my God, I only been on the job for like 2 or 3 days. On my third day, we were stuck in the rain. So I'm looking at everybody and they just standing around in the mud, sliding around, cracking jokes. And the inspector to inspect the house, he didn't stay long because, he old, he had a suit on, old pretty boy. The boss was making fun of him because like, I'm glad that went well. That inspector didn't want to stay long. He didn't want to get his boots dirty. But meanwhile, me and my crew, we just sliding around the mud, cracking jokes. And I'm like, oh, well, okay. So it starts raining. These guys go in the truck, start grabbing garbage bags, cutting holes in them, just sitting in the truck talking crazy. And yeah, I don't know. They made that crappy job fun, and I enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. It was cool. And stuff like that, man. You go to these crappy jobs and you get there and it's always a clown, some kind of clown at the job. I mean, they definitely make working easier when you get to work with a bunch of clowns. But you know what I'm saying? As long as it don't get carried away. That's my thing too. Because if I'm with a person, they clowning too much and stuff's not getting done, then me and you have a problem. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have fun, but dude, don't get it carried away to where production is starting to slow, where we got the boss coming over here, you know what I'm saying, down our throat. You know what I mean? Because we all like, even the boss, have to joke around a little bit, but let's get too carried away. All right, 15 minutes in, time to move on. I didn't mean to ramble about that, but like I said, this is really what I'm here for, the spiritual aspect. Because I reached out to a couple of people, I've been watching a few channels, and I spoke a little bit about my experiences, because I can break it down to the T. Like I said, my videos will get better eventually. I'm gonna keep talking about the same thing, but I want to incorporate um, more input onto my channel. AKA, I want to be able to use the streaming platform so that I can bring in different streaming elements, music, boom. Let me definitely talk about before I jump into the spirituality, because that's really what I want to do. Music. I make my own music. I probably did not mention that. That's one of the things I do. Say ocarina. I play the harmonica a little bit. Yeah. But yeah, I'm making some stuff right now for the Loops. So eventually, while I'm sitting here chopping it up, we can vibe with some of my music. I'm gonna figure out what type of music that I'm gonna bring to the stream. It's just 'cause I work on different types of music, mostly obviously like rap, but I want to make some like rock and roll music. I love rock and roll. I love me some rock and roll. My favorite band right now. In fact, I'm one of the top listeners on YouTube, because I don't know why they have the algorithm or analytics for this. I'm one of the top listeners of Disturbed. Congratulations, you got a reward. You're one of the top listeners of Disturbed. Yeah, I love me some Disturbed. I really got into it because I was watching some Dragon Ball Z, and they were using that music to do and it sounded just like Deftones, right? I love me some Deftones. I love it. I grew up to Deftones. So Disturbed, just they sound like Deftone, and that's the music you really want to vibrate when you're punching, freezing the stomach. And fucking Vegeta and shit, they power it up and they doing their thing, bam, bam, bam. I'm losing muscle mass. I'm noticing that as I'm punching. And I was just watching one of my other favorite YouTubers. His name is The Diary of the CEO. I don't know his actual name, but that's the name of his channel, The Diary of the CEO. I love it, guys. Got about, I want to say 13 million subscribers. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. What I love so much about the guy is he knows how to interview. He knows how to ask good questions. He's a good question asker. He's very patient, and you can tell the way that when he's speaking to you, he's not trying to push his opinion. He's trying to genuinely, crack open the egg, so to speak, trying to get the meat behind, who he's interviewing. And he brings a lot of very interesting people that have been successful in life onto his platform. That's what he does. He interviews successful people. He brought in, I think his name is Robert Greene. Robert Greene, one of the best-selling book authors in America. Ask people about Robert Greene, and they never heard of the guy. His book is making more money now than when he first produced that book. Robert Greene, the 48 Laws of Attraction, or something like, I think that's it, the 48 Laws of Attraction, or something like that, the 48 Laws or something. But yes, I think that might be it. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, Robert Greene. I was just watching. He had an interview. I cannot remember the name of the guy. They were talking about exercising, working out. I was like, boom, perfect. I definitely need to hear this. This is going to be so phenomenal for my mindset to learn from this guy, the way he's got the interview set up about exercising. And the fascinating thing that I learned about, which I knew, but now that it's in my mind, and I've heard this from my uncle. My uncle told me all the time, when you work out, and this is good for people that work out, like, you don't lose your muscles at all. You don't lose your muscles. Like, okay, if you spend a year working out, it's not going to take a year for you to lose your. It's gonna. Well, actually, that's kind of said that backwards of what I was trying to push. Don't think you have to start all the way over. Your muscles will rebuild in like a week or two. Like you'll be right back where you. And I've seen that happen. I told my boss that I work with at work is like it doesn't take forever to rebuild those muscles. Like once you've been in there, I was like, man, give me 2 weeks, a week. I'd say 2 weeks. Most like if you've been working out for a long time, it's only going to take you about 2 weeks to really get that muscle back. Like that's it, you know. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the end of that. Uh, I definitely need to do something with the background, a sheet in the background. But I remember my boy Big Judah started, doing what he was doing. I mean, everybody's beginning was kind of, you know what I mean. I remember that's what I enjoy so much about doing these videos and these lives like this because I'm gonna look back one day and be like, man, that was me. Wow, look what happened. Like, boom. Um, I'm doing all this for mental elevation. So now I'm really gonna just kind of jump into what I'm really here for. The big update on my channel. I know I said I was gonna get different channels and break them down. Eventually I will. I mean, I do a lot, so I get busy, I get sidetracked, my brain be all over the place. But eventually, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have multiple channels. I'm not trying not to get carried away because I could have so many different channels. And the reason why I'm doing a lot is because, like I said, it's a spiritual thing, and I wanna educate people about, like stuff like this. Because a lot of people have see if I can, I don't know, maybe change some people's mindset about the whole zodiac spiritual thing. I definitely want to do some research on that. Well, but I think people just definitely need to know more about this. It's people get all mystified about spirituality and they just, I don't know what's wrong with them, man. They look at this stuff as like magic. Dude, this stuff is a form of science. Like they don't get it, man. It's not mumbo jumbo. It's not magic. I carry, and I said this about, in the last live that I did. I have all the attributes of the zodiac. And I'm like, you have a little bit more of this. You have a little bit more of that. You have okay, I do have a piece of paper. I'm not sure if I have a pen. Okay, actually, I'm going to do this real quick. And I'm going to try to keep talking while I do this. I do have paper. So I'm definitely going to draw this down because I do feel like this is important to really explain things to people. Draw it up real fast. To give people an idea, I'm like, no, you don't have all. Yeah, we all have everything, right? So let's say, and I'm not even going to bother spelling. Let's see. I'm just going to write some random numbers or letters here. Let me scratch that out because my handwriting is very horrible. Okay. Making up a chart. Oh God, it's this. Yeah, my drawing is so horrible. Oh my. Yeah, it's not gonna look good. Let me just try to explain it because my now that's pretty much what it is. It's like I said, very crappy. There's a chart. People are like, oh, I have all the aspects. Yes, you have the aspects. Okay, let's say you're. Let's see, what's the attribute? Say you're smart. Okay, that means something else is going to be lacking on this side of the chart. Like, yeah, we all have all these, but depending on what your sign is, you're going to lean more towards one of those. I forget the name of this kind of chart, but you're going to lean a little bit more to that side and you're going to have a different circle. It's going to be wonky. It's going to be high on this end up top and low on this end. Yeah, you still have all of these, but you're going to have more attribute of that. And my thing is like this stuff was written on the walls of Egypt, so it has some significance. Like This stuff has been on walls of Egypt for a very long time, and they wrote it down on stone for us. They knew that it was gonna last. They knew it was gonna last. They wrote the Rosetta Stone in stone because they were not lacking in intelligence. They knew that writing this stuff down in stone, it would last. In fact, I would go as far as to say they had metal. Oh yeah, they had metal. They could have put this in metal. Why stone? Metal can rust, right? Metal can rust. But that's my first little, supposed to be Oolong from Dragon Ball Z. That's my first little drawing from this book right here. Anyway, I know I've been stretching this out a little bit, talking about stuff, getting a little sidetracked. And I know it's probably gonna be boring for some people. That's fine. I might do, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I'm really here for the spirituality. And if you stayed this long in the video, I mean, you might be a little surprised at the stuff I can say about spirituality. Um, it's real though. It's a very real thing. Um, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna get deep into it because we not there yet. My channel not there yet, and I'm still learning about certain things like Jacob's ladder and its significance and importance to spirituality. That's some complicated stuff, and some of the stuff I've learned come from it come from the ether. You know what I'm saying, people always like research. Oh, where'd you get your research? I get my research from the same place that the periodic table came from. A lot of people don't know this. And this is how I don't play around with the words that I use. People don't know this. People will be like, the periodic table. Do your research. Where does it come from? It comes from the ether. A guy woke up. He woke up from a dream. He had a vision. And he fully knew the entire periodic table. Start writing it down, photographic memory. People come out of certain dream states, right? They wake up with this burning passion to paint, to draw, because they literally have a photographic image burned in their head. When this happened to me for the first time, I was blown away because I had never experienced photographic memory like that. At least not in a long time. Like I felt like when I was younger, I had that. And I felt like I kind of lost it over a period of time. But yeah, photographic memory is one of the weirdest things you can have because you feel compelled to draw because you have these images in your head. And the only way to release these images from burning in your mind is to kind of draw them. Because it's like, why not? Like, it's incredibly fun to like draw something that's not there. You're the only one that can see it. And in order to share the information with other people, you have to draw it. So people to know you're not crazy, like, oh, I'm seeing things. What are you seeing? You have to you gotta draw it, or people will just think you're crazy. Like, and then when they see the stuff they're drawing, it's like, okay, that's how you know they are seeing things because they're able to put that on a piece of paper, right? But yeah, people wake and like I said, when it's about around 2013, I used to have visions. I wish my pen didn't die. I would draw the symbol or make an attempt to draw the symbol when I first started having these, like, I don't know if you want to call it spiritual journey or spiritual awakening, is around 2013. It's so weird. I do want to tell the full story. It's just really, I went down this really weird rabbit hole, and I've never been the same when it comes to like spirituality, my understanding of spirituality and whatnot. That's really what I'm into. Like, it's not so much that I'm into it because I have so much other stuff going on. I took a break from these astral projections and astral journeys that I used to go on, but I definitely want to warn people about using it, teach people how to use it properly, um, show people how to have a better understanding. It's not for everybody, I can tell you right now, because if you have a calcified pineal gland, you don't have good health, you don't take care of your body, do not try to take no spiritual journeys. It's not good. You can fry your brain. I will definitely talk about that. You can fry your brain. I told not a lot of people about this stuff. So that's why I thought this would be good. I might, at the end of this live, have a video dedicated just to spirituality and talk, because I know that it will definitely get views, because people have no working knowledge of visions, and I just hear people talk about it so much, and it seems like they're struggling a little bit with it. Whereas I've been extremely blessed to have the experience that I've had. I guess there's nothing really wrong with my pineal gland. I'm guessing. I don't know. Maybe I have a large pineal gland. I don't know. I don't know. But I could elaborate. Like, my experience to the whole astral projection is very unique. I don't think very many people have experienced what I've experienced. Some people have. But I will say this much. This might be an hour long, because I'm going to really talk about astral projection and stuff like this for the last leg of this video. It's probably going to be about another hour. I apologize, for taking up everybody's time. But hey, if you made it this long through the live or video, thank you. Thank you so much. But like I said, my very first vision, I was watching a YouTube video. It had a picture of a triangle. It had a picture of an eye in the center of the triangle. And it said in the video, these symbols were left behind in stone for us to remember who we are. AKA remember who we are. You know what I'm saying? It's little things that us Tauruses pay attention to. We're good with communication. We don't jump to the rest of the sentence. Remember who we are. That holds volumes and tones. That means that they intended for us, right? They intended for us to read this information off the stone. That also is letting us know that we are recycled. You know what I mean? Recycled. Reincarnation is basically something that's, thousands of years old, written on stone, telling us that we are reincarnated. It's written on stone. We got to understand, we can understand that we have restarted civilization several times. We have had to restart civilization. We've lost information through the flood. We had to be retaught many things. We had to reset society, basically. We've lost so much technology. We've lost so much wisdom and understanding. And we've been pushing this new narrative. And a lot of people are struggling right now because we're in the age of Aquarius, where we have this communication explosion. And there's so many people on the internet arguing about this, It's all over the place. And it was kind of meant to be this way, because we have so much new information and we have so many people talking and running their mouth. And a lot of people don't know how to conduct themselves. You know what I'm saying? We're not like Confucius, to embrace everybody's thinking through logical and critical understanding. We're not Confucius. We're not listening to people to grow. We're listening to people so that we can pretend to listen to them, so we can push our narrative. Like, okay, I wish you would shut up so I can tell you what's really going on, instead of trying to see if this person holds any truth into what they're saying. Nobody's really doing any research. When somebody says something, nobody's going back and looking it up. They don't care. They just want to push their agenda onto you. When somebody talks to me, I try to listen to them to see if they have any truth to them. I don't believe, like, everybody's like, oh, this person's an agent and that person's an agent. I don't believe we have as many agents as people thinking. It's just people are just misinformed. Everybody's not Illuminati. Everybody's like, oh, they're all Illuminati. I don't believe all these people are Illuminati. If you believe in that, you know what I'm saying? I really personally don't care about none of that. Like, I learned about it a little bit in college. A college professor of economics was talking about it, blew my mind. But I'm gonna stay on the topic. Probably talk about that another time. But like I said, back into the spirituality thing. Right, I was talking about my first vision. So I remember concentrating, laying down, and in my head, I kept remembering that symbol, that third eye symbol. And I would try, like, every time I go to sleep, I would try to meditate. Because also, I don't know, very many pieces of knowledge and information came together for me to astral project and travel. So what I would do is, I know I had to close my eyes. I know that I had to meditate, things like that, of that nature. So Oh, and then there was a verse from the Bible: "When thy two eyes become one." It's alluded. It's talking about the third eye. I can also talk about the trip. I don't know if it was Esau or Jacob. Some character in the Bible was taking a trip to Pineal, uh, and one of the a YouTuber, he brought it to my attention that pineal is the pineal gland. It's not a geographical location on Earth. People are like, "Oh yeah, he took a trip to pineal. He took a trip inside his own mind." Right? That's where he went. Thinking that like this place is a geographical place. And you got people read the Bible today thinking that the trip to Pineal was a physical place. No, the trip to Pineal was up here, man. It was never a physical place. And that made the utmost sense to me because he wrestled with an angel. And that's like some stuff that we will all do. We're going to all wrestle with the angels if we take a trip inside our head. You're going to wrestle with the higher self, the higher you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't grasp the ideology that we are gods. Like they look upon that as taboo because they don't understand that all life in the universe ain't nothing but pure energy that's shared. We are a shared collection of indestructible energy that's been around since the ages. We get recycled and we come back to different dimensions. And I know that's probably a lot too much for a lot of people to handle. Like, oh, no, it ain't. Well, you go ahead and you live your 3-dimensional, 2-dimensional, 1-dimensional existence. Everybody else can live a 6th, 7th, 8th, 12th, 9th, 95th dimensional understanding, meaning they have different avenues of information that's not even pervy or to the average human being. But I don't look down on those people because I understand the people that have a lower understanding of the different forms of energy that's on Earth. They were meant to be here, right? We need good and we need evil. It creates balance. It creates structure. It creates understanding. We need love and we need hate. We need both these things to create the foundation and the fabric of very existence. We have to have these things. We can't have hot without cold. We can't have light without darkness because they are nothing without each other. We should be knowing these things, but we so caught up working jobs, getting stressed out. We're going through so much mumbo jumbo, blase skip, that we don't really have time to really psychologically analyze, spirituality, which is something that every human being needs to have a form of, should have a form of understanding. You don't need to have, you can be dumb as you want to. You don't have to be aware that you are an immortal soul inside of a body. The human body ain't nothing but a biomechanical machine to house the soul, which is immortal. If you don't believe me, go look up something called Kirlian photography. People have their entire limbs completely chopped off. And that photograph will show a ghost image of the arm that's still sitting there. It's like your spirit too big for your britches. Your ghost leg is hanging out. Ask people about that itch. Like they leg an itch and they don't even have a leg because their soul is hanging out of their body. Look it up. Don't argue with me. Go look this because I'm not going to be up on here arguing with nobody. That's another thing. If my channel gets big, I'm gonna ignore you. I'm just telling you right now. Unless I feel like I have to defend myself, like you know what I mean. Like if I have to say something, like I'm gonna have, but you're mostly gonna get ignored, like the N word and all that. I don't care about none of that, dude. Like I'm a spiritual being. That crap don't mean nothing to me. I got away from that, man. Like the colorism, the isms that's going around, the divide that's going around. Like I don't got time for that, man. I know what I am. Male, female, black, white, green, blue, purple. None of that matters to me because I know who we are. We are one energy. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch the movie Dark Crystals. You got the good ones and you got the bad ones. When the bad one died, the good one died. When the good one died, the bad one died. We are connected. So I don't have time for that, man. I know who I am. I know what I am. I am energy inside of a body. That's what I am. You can chase immortality all you want, but it was already given to you. Why are you chasing something you already got? We here to make the most of what the hell we already got. That's what we here for. We here to wake up. But back to the visions. I got off a little track, but I'm still, still on talking. We'll come back to that. Hopefully, if I don't forget. But back to my first visions. It took about 3 days. I kept trying and trying and trying. I was losing heart. I was losing heart because I was thinking this wasn't gonna happen. This vision thing, this is not going down. I've been meditating. I've been looking at this symbol for 3 days, but on the third day, The third day, something miraculous happened to me, and I can remember it like yesterday, man. I was sitting there and I was staring with my eyes closed in the back of my head, just staring. And somehow I manifested myself moving through space in my head, and I saw a small dot. It was light, small dot of light. And to this day, I view that light as the pineal gland itself. It gives off a sound frequency, I guess. I don't know. I'm kind of guessing. I'm probably right. I can figure these things out, without breaking a sweat. And it's probably true. Light. But anyway, that light, I was getting closer towards that dot in the back of my head, which eventually somehow that dot created a circle, and that circle created a gate. If you look at my avatar, or if you look at my thumbnail, you'll see there's a blue light, there's a circle. That's that gate. That's why it's there. I'm eventually going to probably take that off or something. I don't know, but yeah, a high pitched frequency. I'm going to deal with that frequency at some point. There's a high pitched frequency, and as I got closer and closer to the gate, that frequency let off a loud, like, explosive high frequency sound. And when that sound, that high frequency sound exploded, it opened up a gate. It opened up a portal. I had my first visions. I remember kind of like moving in a circle, like I was spinning this, like this, going through the fucking free portal. And as I was spinning in circles, I would see another portal and another portal and another portal and another portal. As if I'm like walking down a hallway, and the hallway had like multiple rooms in it. And I was like realizing like the vision was fading. Something in my consciousness said, like, okay, what next? Now I'm here. I've done what I need to do. I'm like, oh, I get it. It took me a while. So as I traversed through this wormhole, I'm like, I have to enter another wormhole for the actual vision to start. And from since that point on, I've had multiple experiences like this, different visions, some useful, some weird, some strange. But I basically had to choose the visions that I was going to have, because I had the option of about 6 or 7 different visions as I was spinning in a circle going down a portal. And I chose a vision. And the one vision I chose, there was a little black girl. I think they were related to me. Pretty sure they were related to me. Funny thing is, she looks like my niece, which is crazy. And I remember bragging to her, and I came coming out of that room. It was like I transported back in time. I felt like I went back to the 90s or whatever. Because I remember running through the room and looking at the technology. And I remember telling her, like, I told you I could fly. I told you, because for whatever reason, I had a hard time flying in front of her. And it makes sense to me on a whole spiritual level, about having faith. Like, that's one of the things you need to do if you want to open a wormhole. Belief in yourself. I can do this. I can do this. That's very powerful. You got to believe that you can do this, or it's just never going to happen. It's never going to happen. You got to believe that you can fly. You got to believe you can open this wormhole, or it is never going to happen. You have to have rock solid faith in yourself. But anyway, yeah. So I'm bragging. I'm like, I told you I could fly. So I came flying through the living room. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to teach you too. And eventually I think I taught her how to fly as well. And I think at that point on, the vision had faded. I like talking about this type of stuff because I see a lot of people struggling with having a vision. And I want to warn people before you try to have a vision, the dangers of having a vision. And you know what I'm talking about. For spiritual teachers that's been doing that for a while. And the dangers is sleep paralysis. I never worried about sleep paralysis because I had sleep paralysis my whole life, long before I had any vision. The way I have dealt with sleep paralysis is just, this is what used to work for me. Praying to God, because I always felt sleep paralysis was kind of like a spiritual attack. Like, say you're attacked by like some, I don't know, dark entity or demon. I would call on God, and the spirit would release me from the paralysis almost instantaneously, because you can't speak, you can't move. But this thing definitely needs is, we need to learn a lot more about this, because it's not necessarily a demonic attack either. Because there's other forms of paralysis. It could be a spiritual attack. And here's another one thing that confuses people. They have these sleep paralysis. You may not be under a spiritual attack. You could be having a astral projection. So that's a lot of people don't know that. You can't move because you're not in your body. That is the reason you can't move. It's not that you're being under a spiritual attack. In some instances, you're actually outside of your body. And they're always talking about, I see a shadow. There's a shadow. It's bouncing off the fucking wall. That shadow is you. You're scared of yourself. You're in your body. And it's like flailing around, just flailing around the room, trying to get out. It wants to project somewhere and it can't figure out where it's trying to project to. So it's just bouncing off the fucking walls until they realize, there's nowhere to go. I can't go anywhere. And back into your body you go. I know this because there's one instance, because I remember doing this. I remember being conscious. I'm very conscious of my mental state as I go into a dream state. I'm super conscious. Like I'm very aware of the environment that I'm in. So what I notice is as I'm the shadow trying to basically astral project. I couldn't get the door open. So your spirit is like, damn, I want to, I'm just trying to find somewhere to just like, I remember trying to open the door. I couldn't get the fucking door open. Yeah, but yeah, that's what that is. That shadow is you. It's flailing around. The string that's attached to your soul. If you watch, there's a anime Bleach. They have this thing. It's called a soul chain. And if you watch certain spiritual teachers, they'll tell you that when you astral project, there's a silver string that's attached to your legs. Like you probably may not even actually have legs. It might just be a string that connects you all the way back to your soul. And that's pretty much what I believe is going on, because I had I'll tell you about this one vision. I definitely want to upload some pictures about this one because it's absolutely insane. I had this one beautiful vision. It was the most. I had two. I will talk about that, and then I will kind of, it's been an hour, so I'll talk about these two just beautiful visions, and then I'm gonna kind of wrap it up real fast, and then do what I got to do because I got to eat some protein, get back on my grind because I haven't been working out like I used to. Now that I'm not going to Planet Fitness anymore, so I definitely got to get back in on schedule. So anyway, this is what happened. I didn't see the beginning of this vision. I missed the beginning. I wish I didn't, but I missed the beginning, the intro, and I'm going to talk about that after I talk about these two experiences. I'm going to talk about some very important things about astral projection and spiritual journey. But anyway, so this one particular vision, I astral projected into outer space. So I'm in outer space. I don't know where my body is, somewhere in bed, whatever. But I remember just waking up. Like I said, I didn't see the beginning of the vision. Normally I see a dream state completely manifest from scratch. Like, okay, I'm conscious now talking to y'all on YouTube. Can you imagine to close your eyes and 5 minutes later you in a dream state? That's what I was doing pretty much. I close my eyes. 5 minutes later, I'd be in a dream state. In fact, I can bring the dream state completely on from seconds, just like that. It's weird. It's to be able to just close your eyes and walk through a portal. That's what I was doing. I don't know if that freaks anybody out. It freaks me out a little bit. I'm gonna be honest. It freaks me out. And I'm like, boom, boom, portal. What's up, beings from next galaxy or whatnot? But anyway, so yeah, I'm floating throughout space. I saw beautiful, beautiful planets in the background, surrounded by this beautiful purplish blue aura. It was like a cloud nebula. There's this beautiful cloud. Well, actually, that's a different dream where it was a cloud nebula by itself. But the planet had these beautiful, it was multiple planets within the star system somewhere. And I remember, I remember wanting to go visit those planets. Like I remember, I felt like I was Goku. I was Goku in outer space, and I was using the move instant transmission to traverse from planet to planet, right? I was moving like Goku moved with instant transmission. Like I also understood two concepts of science. I understood a form of science because I also remember a bug. There's a bug that has this issue. There's probably some other creatures on Earth that probably have the same issue. And I had a breakthrough with the speed of sound and the speed of light is phenomenal breakthrough. 'Cause I think there's no sound when you travel at the speed of sound, there's no sound, right? But when you travel at the speed of light, you can't see. You're moving too fast for you can't see anything. And I was traveling, trying to get to this planet. I was moving at the speed of light. I would literally, and it was burning my energy out because when you have a vision, you only have a finite of energy. You are on a time limit. And I heard people talk about that too. Like, oh, my vision, I do this and my vision's fading. You have to increase your spiritual energy, your spiritual concentration. It's a certain amount of energy, a finite amount of energy, which allows you to consciously exist on the spiritual plane. Or like once you achieve a certain something in a dream, it ends. Once you do what you came to do in that vision, it fades. Or not just that, it also has something to do with your particular energy because I can hold energy. It's a fight. It's it's like you're in a boxing ring and somebody's hitting you in the face and you're losing consciousness. But you're already asleep. So you're basically not really conscious. It's being conscious on the other side. It's like after a while, you begin to lose consciousness. You actually are gaining consciousness because you're getting ready to wake up. You're actually losing consciousness on the spiritual plane and gaining consciousness on the physical plane. It's a fine, like I said, it's a finite amount of energy. I don't really have a full understanding of this. Um, I'm not really sure whether I want to increase my energy because that sounds like it could be dangerous, like it could bring on insomnia or it could be problematic. So, but yeah, I was moving at the speed of light. I couldn't see anything. I remember using it was sucking my energy. That was one of the longest visions I've had, and I've never had to fight to hold my consciousness on that spiritual plane. That was I was fighting for my life because I wanted to touch down on those planets. I really wanted to see those planets, but it was gave me a concept, a perception of how vast the space is. It's like, dude, you are literally moving fast. You will never reach that planet, dude. And you are, dude, I'm booking it. Like, I would literally like disappear, like, pew, pew, ooh, like I couldn't explain how fast I was moving. I was gone. In fact, every time I would take off, everything that produced light looked like a straight line. Like it looked like a straight line. Like all the stars looked like a bunch of lines. This is the light just stretched. Like, okay, you see the sun. Can you imagine the sun being this and it just went like a long string of light? And my eye receptors just saw a bunch of streams of light. And I got dizzy. I'm like, whoa, I can't move at the speed of light if I can't see where I'm going. So I would have to stop to make sure I didn't, take a wrong turn somewhere. So I would have to make constant stops. And each time I was like powering up like Goku. And I noticed I was getting tired and tired and tired. I was like, this is not happening. I gave up. I was like, yeah, I'm not getting to that planet. I'm not going to make it. So I ended up giving up. But it was a great vision. Um, I've had a lot of visions. Um, I don't know if I'm going to talk about most of them because this video is some already hour long. I'm already hour long. I don't know who watches my YouTube channel, but I'm very thankful. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Like, thank you. So another vision I want to talk about. I used to watch this other content creator. Her name is Teal Swan. She's like a spiritual teacher. But I was having a vision. I was actually inside of her server. She has a server. And I remember going over like a waterfall. And as I came over the waterfall, I was coming out of a mountain. It was a waterfall inside of a mountain. Like, one of those hollowed out waterfall caves. So I'm inside there and I'm flying, by the way. I did not riding in the water at all. I'm flying. So I fly through over the top of the water. I look down, I see the water. And as I come out, there's an entire world. And basically I knew what it was because I saw all these different like a chat bubbles. And I was like, I'm on the Teal Swan server. And I could see different avatars, what they were talking about on the server. And one particular chat bubble popped out at me. It had no avatar, it was blacked out. And it was basically alluding to the fact that there was somebody in the chat pretending to be something that they're not. That one chat message stuck out to me. I felt like once I saw that, the vision ended because, like I said, I believe we come here to like see a certain something. Once that certain quota is met, the vision comes to an end. That's the safe way visions are supposed to happen anyway. You're not truly intended or meant to stay in visions long periods of time unless you're actually having a dream. Dreams can be incredibly long. Dreams don't strain your energy, okay? Because you're not super duper conscious. You're just running around playing. You're gonna have a higher probably. You're probably gonna have better REM sleep during the dreams. You're just da 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 woo doo doo doo. You're not really that consciously aware because you only become consciously aware halfway through the dream when weird stuff starts happening. If you decide to take control, if you have that capability, you know, like okay, for instance, one of my dreams is, which I've been having for a while. I haven't had in a while. The zombie apocalypse, my favorite dream. I love the zombie apocalypse dream. I used to have this when I was a kid a lot. I'm running around like Resident Evil, just tearing zombies up like left and right. I would have this dream multiple times. It's my favorite dream to have because I'm in there. I'm like the protagonist from Resident Evil. I'm running around saving people. I'm being eaten. And I slide across the screen with a machete. Boom, boom, boom. Bust out a pistol on his side. Wham! 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 Taking out zombies left and right. I felt like that recurring dream happens for a reason because I constantly tell people all the time about the zombie apocalypse. You know what I'm saying? The zombie apocalypse. In my personal opinion, the zombie apocalypse has been here. It's the unconscious human beings that walk the earth. They're not consciously aware of who they are, where they come from. They like the walking dead. They like the walking dead. They've been here. The brain dead human beings that you interact with on a regular basis, that's the zombie. That's the zombie. The zombie apocalypse has been here. Look how many idiots we got just walking around, walking the earth. Got no sense of direction, no sense of what they want and where they're going. That is the zombie. I see a lot of zombies all the time. I avoid a lot of zombies. But also, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't, you know, I'm just saying I don't play with them. I don't deal with them. But then I know I paused a bit and it ain't that I ran out of information. I'm just trying to wrap this up. And I want to talk about certain things. Like I said, I'm pretty much here for the spirituality. Well, at least that's going to be one of my main channels. I have a lot of drawings that I drew immediately. I drew these drawings. When I woke up from a vision, I immediately started writing this stuff down and drawing it. When I start showing some of the drawings I have in a vision, I want you to understand, as soon as I woke from this vision, I started drawing these down, not the next day, immediately. So these things are pretty much fresh in my mind. But yeah, I'm gonna pretty much wrap this up. Real fast though. Real fast. I'm looking. Okay, yeah, I want to talk about this book. This is so if you're into that, you might want to check it out, at least because she covers every sign. This is The Art of Living Well and Finding Happiness According to Your Star Sign. Is it really helpful to me like that? Not really. I mean, it tells you stuff you should already probably know. But it's a book by Sally Kirkman, and she got a book for all the 12 signs. So it's yeah, Sally Kirkman. I got it on Amazon. She pretty much got what I did like about the book though is at the end it's got a lot of interesting things at the end. Let me see if I can real quick because I'm about to wrap this up real quick. Introduction, a quick guide to the Taurus. Be true to your sign, your shadow side, your star secret, your love life, your love matches, your sex life, your friends and family, your health and well-being, Taurus and food. Do you look like a Taurus? Some of this stuff I haven't read, so I'm probably going to read this stuff again. Your style and image, your birthday. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. This is the fascinating part. Like, if you're not really into this and you just, you know what I mean? Because some people just, they get bored and they want some, information or whatever. Just, that's how some people view this whole spiritual thing. But for those type of people that aren't too serious about this, but still kind of interested just for, shits and giggles, this will be good for you. Because if you can go to Taurus's celebrities born on your birthday, it's going to have that for every book, I'm pretty sure. Celebrities born on your birthday. I found that very unique because it just motivates you to be like more successful, knowing that there's other people with the same sign as you, and just looking at how successful people operate, how you can embody that same Taurus energy or Capricorn energy that famous person has. It's just motivating you to get on the right page. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump to that and real fast look at famous Tauruses on page 105. 105. Here we go. But anyway, April. Let's see what I got. Carmen Electra. This is a Taurus. Nicole Landhurst. Dwayne Rock Johnson is a Taurus. I knew that. Tauruses are very creative, very multi-talented. I tend to get along with Tauruses, the most Tauruses and Capricorn. That's what I've noticed. William Shakespeare? I didn't know William Shakespeare was a Taurus. Shirley Temple. And now that I think about Shirley Temple, that would make sense that she was a Taurus. That actually makes sense that Shirley Temple was a Taurus. Jet Li. Wow, I didn't know Jet Li was a Taurus. Who else? Who else? Jack Nicholson. Okay. John Hannah. I'm skipping some of these because I have a hard time pronouncing, crazy sounding names. I think everybody do. Not pronounce names you never really heard before. Plus, too, a lot of people just get the pronunciation all wrong until you meet that person. Like, I get my name wrong all the time. I be telling people don't even try. For real. Oh, wow. Melania Trump. She's a Taurus. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see. Dang, that's a lot of people, dude. Barbara Streisand. I didn't know she was a Taurus. Jay Leno is also a Taurus. Jessica Alba is a Taurus. Wow, this is interesting. Bing Crosby, James Brown. Wow. Yeah, so like I said, this is really real interesting. This is like my favorite part of the book. Just the depth that it motivates me. Just looking. I think it gets people's attention to kind of look more into the spirituality thing. That's what I like about this section of the book, to get people more interested. Because you automatically absorbed into famous people. I don't really care so much for famous people. I don't know which rapper said it, but it's like, I think it was Too Short. He was like, F J Lo be on woman, and I'm like, F Michael Jordan be on man. I'm not into sports. I've never really been into sports. I was more into bouncing my own basketball. I don't like to watch other men do physical things unless they punch each other in the face. That's the only time I like watching other grown men do anything is when I'm going to be punching each other in the jaw. I'm not entertained about men running around, and I can't do it unless y'all trying to kill each other. Oh yeah, I watch that all day. But at sports, man, I get on the basketball court myself. I don't care how old I am. I do my own basketball. I don't got time to be, look at my goal. I need to watch myself go. I got to watch myself slam dunk and score a touchdown. I ain't got time to watch somebody else do that mess. Um, unless I'm gambling. Now, if I'm gambling, okay, that's a different story too. At least I'm getting paid. Let me see. Anyway, what else do we have? We have Travis Scott. Some of these names, I have no idea who they are. George Garcia, but you pretty much you get the idea. But yeah, like that was eye opening. The one really name I'm gonna come back to, like I said, that really blew my mind with the Shirley Temple, because if you go back and you watch the old Shirley Temple, how she acts, I can see those attributes of a Taurus coming out: kindness, love, and generosity. I can definitely see those aspects in Shirley Temple coming out, even though she's acting. That's very interesting. And I've definitely seen attributes with Dwayne Rock Johnson as his like multi-talented person, and you see a lot of that. Those Tauruses. Let's see. I don't know. I'm reading through. There's quite a few names. A lot of names. In fact, they have it listed by date. These are the only ones on the exact same day as me. Sheena Easton, Darcy Brussel, Tess Daly, and Jenna Coleman. I don't know why all the females are on my day on the 27th. It seems like all the females are on the 27th. Kind of interesting, I guess, maybe. No guys on the 27th. All right, there's a few more names, and then I'm going to end this live stream. But these ones at the end are the May Tauruses. I'm wondering if there's a difference. I used to have my own. Oh, wow. I didn't see that one. I didn't know Malcolm X was a Taurus. Wow, Malcolm X is a Taurus. Go figure. Wow. Busta Rhymes. I used to rap to Busta Rhymes. I think about Busta Rhymes. I remember when I was younger. The one song he used to do, "Give Me Some More." Give me some more. I used to beat. I could beat Busta Rhymes at his own rhyme. Like I memorized the entire song. I would rap so fast, like I can't do it right now. I lost that skill trait, but I used to be able to rap faster than Busta Rhymes. That was the thing, and see if I can beat him in a speed battle, because he's known for rapping really fast. It's just a challenge. It was fun at the time trying to beat Busta Rhymes rhyming. I'm sure he's faster than me if he were trying. It's not like we were in an actual rapping race trying to rap fast, but it was fun. It was definitely fun. That's pretty much it, man. Um, Shoot, peace from the Middle East. Heba Manzu, as they say in Japan. And I'm out.